Hi, it's Donna Joy Usher. Okay, so I have something funny to tell you. It turns out that I am a total hypocrite. You see, for quite a while now, I've been talking to people about the stories we tell ourselves, and all the while, I have been telling a massive one to myself. Before I dive into the content of the video, I just want to say if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and click the little like button. It really does help with that YouTube algorithm, and it's going to tell me what you like so I know what to make more of. If you really like me, please make sure to subscribe and click the little bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video. Right, let's dive back in. So let me give you some backstory. Some of you already know that I am an author. It is in fact how I started this crazy online ride. I published my first book, dreaming about the millions I was going to make, only to sell a whole 72 books that first year. And I think a lot of them were my mother. So, cue total despair. I had just spent 2 years crafting my masterpiece, only to find that nobody knew it existed. And so I started the process of learning how to market myself online. I ran promotions and ads and created giveaways and competitions. I created lead magnets and email sequences that went for months and still do. I built a list and I engaged the hell out of it. And for a while, my sales were good. On an average month, I might make $1,000 to $3,000. My very best ever was $10,000. One of my books even made it into the top overall 100 on Amazon for about 3 microseconds. And then something changed. I wasn't sure what it was at first, but my Amazon sales started to slide. I found out later that the Amazon algorithm had changed and that the spaces that had been organically showing books had changed to sponsored placements. So I started to learn how to run Amazon ads, and I never managed to get it to work. I just couldn't get those puppies profitable. And Facebook ads were the same. I poured good money after bad, and all the while my rankings and sales slid until finally I was lucky for the total sales for the 10 books plus box set combinations to be grossing me $100 per month. That was when I gave up on the dream of being able to live off the income provided by writing and turned my marketing knowledge to other online arenas. And over the years, I told the story about how I had made okay money selling my books until the Amazon algorithm had changed. And at first, I believed it. I mean, it was true. The algorithm had changed, and my sales had tanked, and I had been unable to work out a solution. I hadn't been able to get those ads to work at that point in time. But here's the thing. Other authors had. Other authors didn't give up. They stayed the course, and they wrote more and more books, and some of them even started to make massive amounts of money. Some of them worked out how to make a small profit from those Amazon ads and to scale it to a point where they were making thousands. And all the while, I was off telling my story, which got hollower and hollower as the years went by, until finally, about 3 weeks ago, I was stating it as a reason for why I no longer write fiction, and I got halfway through it and I just choked on the words. I don't think the people I was talking to could hear it for what it was, but I could. It was just a story, just an emotional version of the facts. Fact, Amazon changed. Fact, my book sales slid. Fact, I gave up. Fact, others made it work. I can tell this story till the cows come home, but the real truth remains that we will never know where I would have been now if I had not given up at that point. Now, the past is the past, but what can we learn from this story? Well, 1, we take facts and we twist them into stories. We tell stories all the time, mostly to back up why something didn't work for us. We shift the blame from us to some external force. One of my personal favorites is that the universe does not want me to succeed and that I am doomed to failure. That one always makes me laugh hysterically when I hear myself telling it. 2, other people will normally back up our stories. Nobody likes a tall poppy. Nobody likes it when somebody else makes them feel deficient in some way. Nobody likes it when other people flourish while they do not. This means that most people will not challenge a story about why you could not achieve something because it makes them feel more comfortable about not achieving things in their own lives. This leads to groups of people hanging out together each backing up the other's belief systems about why they did not create the life they wanted. It is better to hang out with people who challenge your stories than with those that secretly like it when you fail. 3. Life is made up of things that happen and how we interpret them. It's your choice what you want to do with that. As for me, well, I have stopped telling that story and I've started work on marketing my books again. Yes, the Amazon ads are still frigging me about. I mean, they are like paraplegic tortoises compared to Facebook ads here. But the one thing that I have learned from the years of building an online business is that you have to be prepared to play the long game. You have to set your systems and processes up and then follow through with consistent action. And you have to not analyze your results on a day-to-day basis. You need to think and plan long-term and not despair in the short. So I'll keep you updated on how it all goes. Keep your fingers crossed for me. And I hope you got something out of this video and on the stories that I was telling myself, and maybe start to have a look at your own life and see if you are telling yourself any stories in there. And if you want to get rid of those stories so that you can start flowing freely towards this life that you truly, truly want. I will see you in the next video.